Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. 60 minutes of football fun and banter with Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV. Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favourite podcast platform. Or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
This is your host, Chris.
No! God, please, no! No!
I know, I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
How?
You are watching.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Having a few problems. Facebook have decided that they're not allowing me to post live videos there. Apparently I broke their community guidelines, but they refused to tell me which video it was and which what I did that was wrong. Who knows? Welcome along. Sloppy seconds. How the devil are we? Marcus is in. Good evening, Marcus. How the devil are you, sir? I do hope you are well. And like I said the other day, thank you so much for being a new member. I appreciate that. And Mike is in as well. How are you, Mike? Hope you are well. Everything's going wrong today. Completely not ready because, like I say, Facebook, I don't know what I've done wrong. They refuse to tell me. But there we go. That's Facebook for you. Bunch of Americans. So, Leicester City versus Fulham. How are we feeling? How do we feel? Let me just write my scores down. I've gone 2-1 to Leicester. How is everybody else feeling? Get your scores in the chat now, and we'll run through them as you post them. Let me just put this banner up. Here we go. There we go. Get your score predictions in the chat. Nate is back in. Good evening, Nate. How are you? Welcome along. And he's gone 2-1. He's agreeing with me. I remember that from earlier, Nate. What do you think of the team? Let's have a look at it, shall we? Here we go. Here is the team. So we've got Ward in goal, although apparently we're after Dubrovnik. We've got Castagna, and Marty, Faze and Thomas across the back. Tielemans comes in for Ndidi with Sumare. And Perez comes in for whoever else it was. Dewsbury Hall and Barnes and Vardy up front. Let's have a look. Ndidi was off. Soyuncu's still on the bench, but he looks like he could be going. Now, the BBC, I must admit, have got this as a 4-2-3-1. But I don't think it is. I don't think that they are going to be playing that formation. I don't think that Tielemans is going to be kind of sat at the back. For me, let's see what this other site has got it as. They've got it as the same, a 4-2-3-1. We will see. I think Perez will. Tielemans will be going forward a lot more. Perez, how long has he been with us now? The same amount of time, virtually, I think, as almost as Rodgers. I just don't know. I just don't know about Perez. There's a good player in there, but I just want to see him. For Fulham, they've got Leno in goal. Kate is right back. Audrey Adam and Ream as the centre backs, and Robinson on the left back role. Reed and Paulina in the two defenders, and then Reed, Piera, and Willian a crew just behind Mitrovic, who, as we know, is on fire at the moment. Let's just get a few more scores in. Mike says, good to Chris, but I feel much better if we got the 3 points. Agreed. Turton Talks Football has gone 2-1 to Fulham. Yo, how are you, Turton? Could be one of those games. I mean, looking at the stats when we did the stat show earlier, it was like totally what's the word I'm looking for? Totally cutting each other out. Like, one was as good as the other was bad. It literally cancelled each other out. That is the word, cancelled each other out. Oh, I'm having a shit day, I'm not going to lie. Marcus says he's well, and he's gone Fulham to win 2-0. Come on, guys. Where's my Leicester buddies? Let's get these predictions in. We need a win. Mike says Hart says 3-2, but realistically, regrettably, 1-2. Oof. Well, I'm putting you down as 1-2, Mike. That's the one that you've gone for. David, hello. This is far from easy for you lot. It is indeed far from easy. Jordan's in. Good evening, Jordan. How are you? As bad as it is at Leicester, what is happening at Liverpool? Time for Klopp to go? I said to Doug, and he says no, but I just don't know what is he doing. I don't know. I mean, if he was at Chelsea, he'd have been gone by now. Let's be honest, and I don't mean that nastily. He would. He's not my manager, so I don't have a horse in the race for this one. But I'm just thinking there's a lot of clubs would have said goodbye, Jurgen, but he is still there, of course. Spencer is in. Happy New Year to you as well, mate. Hope you are well. And Luke is in. Good evening, Lukey. Hope you are well as well. Are you playing tonight? I don't know. Oh, no, it's Arsenal-Newcastle. That's going to be a good game, I tell you. Everton-Brighton, Leicester-Fulham, Man United-Bournemouth. So, Brighton and Man United, do us a favour. Come on. Fulham have proved they are no pushover. We do, yeah, they have. I said earlier on the show, I didn't think they'd be doing as well as this. I didn't think they got a particularly good manager for the Premier League in Silva. He's sat there in 8th position. You can't knock it. Best of the three promoted teams. So well done. I have nothing against Fulham. I like Fulham. I think obviously Scott Parker wasn't a good manager for them. Can't believe he's actually going to go to, or he's at Bruges, and he's going to be managing in the Champions League. What is all that about? Terry is in. Good evening, Terry. How are you? Leno has a mistake in him. So I'm doing 2-1 Leicester. Everybody seems to have gone, if the winning team, everybody's gone for 2 goals. But I agree with you, Terry. That's what myself and Nate went for. And Spencer, finally, Spencer breaks the mould. He's gone for 3-1 to the Foxes. Worrying thing is, Vardy starts. Vardy's only got 1 goal all season. Daka's injured. That only leaves Iheanacho. And if Acho comes on to replace Vardy, which he most likely will, in the 60th or 70th minute, he's not a lone striker. So I just don't know what's doing it. Ray, good evening, Leicester fan. Lost all hope with Rodgers at the helm. Oh, I don't know. Chubby Chaser, good evening. I love the name. Oh, because I had, last night, I must admit, I had a lovely meal with beef stew and dumplings it was. I shouldn't call her that, but she's a very plump woman. Indeed. If you see me from there downwards, which you can't on purpose, you'll know that I'm the guy that ate all the pies. Mike says, shame we got so many injuries, but hey ho, up and at them, lads. Wow. I mean, we discussed this earlier with the injuries, didn't we? David, this might be a close one, but unfortunately 2-0 to Fulham. That's for David. True Red, Luke, sorry, we play tomorrow. I'm not worried judging from my second half performance. It was very encouraging. Like I say, I had you to stay up at the start of the season, Luke. I see no reason to change that. Ray is having a laugh. Marcus, I want Leicester to win. I just don't think they will. Yeah, I mean, what Leicester turns up? That is the question. If the Newcastle Leicester turn up, if the Liverpool Leicester turn up, give us a 3-goal start, and if we give you a couple, we can still win. I mean, it came at the wrong time for us, did the World Cup. But in fairness, Newcastle Liverpool were never going to be easy games. True Red went for 1-1 last night, and he's sticking with it. Okay, Luke. I just don't know which Leicester's going to turn up. But these are the predictions of my colleagues and the ex-Foxes, the ex-players. And as I always say, I thank them a lot for taking the time to do things with the channel. They don't have to. You can say it's not a lot of time, but they still do it, and I appreciate it. So Brad has got 3 1s. 3-1. I've gone 2-1. Craig has gone 3-1. And then the ex-players, Tags has gone 2-1. Ian Marshy's gone 1-2 to Fulham. Ian Wilson's gone 3-1. And the 2 Steves, Linux and Walsh, have both gone 2-1 as well. Don't forget, coming very, very soon, Steve Linux will have his Foxy 7 clothing range coming out. I mean, when I say clothing range, I don't think he's necessarily doing, Y fronts or anything like that, but he's certainly going to be doing hoodies. So keep an eye out for that at the end of the month, and we will be heavily promoting that for him, obviously. So 2-1 is the most popular score, and it's been quite popular one way or the other in tonight's show as well, and 3-1 is the second most popular score. David says, I've got a problem tomorrow. Tomorrow's game with Leeds, lose and we're in big trouble. You are, mate. You are. Are you? I don't know if I said this to you the other night, whether you're a Moyes in or out. I say Jake at West Ham unofficial is definitely a Moyes out. But if you lose at Leeds, you could be in the bottom, mate. You only need Southampton aren't going to win, but if Southampton, Wolves, and Forest were all to win, yeah, you would be bottom. But I don't know if you with West Ham. You're very much like Leicester. You Moyes came in, he kept you from going down. Then you had 2 excellent seasons when you finished top 6, the second last of which obviously was last season. And this season you struggled. Exactly what Leicester did. Mike says, if you can start fast, going 1-0 up at half-time, who knows? Exactly. If only football was played on paper, we would be so much better. Look, this is our history. This is our head-to-head. And who doesn't love a little bit of head-to-head midweek? 8 times we've played, and I apologise if anybody that was watching earlier is going to be seeing these again. I do apologise. But just to run through them quickly. So, Master, I'm just looking at my link, and it's been an advert for Master Pose. I thought he said Master Poos, which is, I think, the latest Kung Fu Panda. Anyway, we've played each other 8 times in the Prem. We've won 2, they've won 3. And every time I check these, the team means to see... we seem to be sort of on the downside. It always seems to be the opposition that's winning more than us. But anyway, they've had 2 wins. One of those was at home, but 2 of Fulham's was away. And we have got 3 draws. And going into this game, well, I think we can forget that. I mean, Man City, Everton and West Ham for us, that was before the World Cup. That seems ages ago now, doesn't it, when we were on a good run. Look, just showing Harry Kane scoring a penalty. He can do it. For Fulham, though, they've turned it around because they weren't doing so good before the World Cup. But since they've come back, they've beaten Palace 3-0. I did make tough work against Southampton, bottom of the league, but they did beat them 2-0. Foul serves. Yes, it is, mate. It is. It's a total and utter pain. And I'm just waiting to see whether my particular stream is going to actually show the match or not. There's a lot of adverts at the moment just showing tennis. So we will see. I don't know. I just say, if everybody is new, or anybody that is new, please can you subscribe to the channel? It does really, really help. And it also does help if you can like the video as well, whether you're subbed or not. Smash the likes, because that does get the channel promoted across new viewers. So smash the likes, subscribe if you're new. That would be so grateful. And if you click the notifications, you never need miss anything. So let's have a look. What's up next, Chris? Let's have a look. This is what happened last season. Yeah, 1 to us, 1 to them. They beat us 2-1 at the King Power. We beat them 2-0 at Craven Cottage in February. So pretty much honours even there. Now then, this is the home and away form. So at home, Leicester, we've played 8, we've won 2, we've drawn 2, and we've lost 4. We've scored 9 goals. We've conceded 9 goals. And our points per game averages out at 1. So Fulham away, they've played 8. They've won 3. They've drawn 1 and they've lost 4. 13 goals scored, 13 goals conceded. Again, 0 goal difference. And their points per game average is 1.25 away from home. Mike says, who is marking Mitro? Key point this one for me. It might be FaZe. At least then he'll keep him away from thinking about putting the ball in his own net. I joke, of course. I have no problem with FaZe whatsoever. I don't blame him for either of those. Just finish off the stats here. Match forecast. They reckon that Fulham will dominate in the air, is likely. Fulham will score as a result of an opposition error. Yeah, that's likely. And Fulham will score from a set-piece situation. That is likely. Let's be honest with you. You can't argue with any of those. Who will score first? Leicester City have scored first in 11 of our 17 matches, 65%. Fulham have scored first in 47% of theirs, 8 out of their 17. So it looks like we might get the ball rolling. But when it comes to who will actually score at all, will Leicester City score? We've scored in 50% of our matches at home. Fulham have kept 25 clean sheets away. So it's uncertain. There is an uncertainty whether Leicester City will score a goal based on the data that this company have. Will Fulham score? Well, medium chance. We've kept 38% clean sheets at home. Didn't have a good start to the season, did we? Fulham have scored in 87% of theirs. So it's a medium chance. There's a medium chance that Fulham will score a goal based on our data. There we go. And just to let you know, because I know some people like this sort of thing, it's all the D's tonight. The referee is D Bond, assistants are D Cook and D Roberthan, and the fourth official is D England. And they're all going to come on for D match, and they will try and keep the control over the players. That's all I can say. Niall is in. Big up, Chris. Big up yourself, Niall. Good luck for tonight. I think we are going to make it. It is a tough call. Obviously they've been impressive of the three that have come up. I am Leicester Till I Die TV. This is what you are watching. Please subscribe, like I say, if you are new. Smash the like buttons, whether you are subscribed or not. And please, please, please click that notification bell, and then you will never miss another show again. This is the Watchalong. And I'm just looking for it, and I cannot find it anywhere. Where the hell is the Watchalong? Oh, I don't have the Watchalong. Let's play this one instead.
The Premier League is back, and we've got it all covered here on Leicester Till I Die TV. Subscribe.
It is. It looks like they're showing my match. Either that or they're just King Power for a coffee. I don't believe it. Where has the... Did I delete the wrong thing earlier? I reckon I did, you know. All right, let's get rid of that. And let me try and load it up while we talk. Doesn't look like there's some few empty seats, but knowing Leicester fans, they're probably in the concourse having a beer. And let's be honest with you, you can't blame them, can you? Not at all. Where are we then? Watchalong, here we go. Watchalong, LCFC. I think it's this one. Right. Let us take this away. And let us take this away. You have still got time if you want to get your predictions in. Just for fun. And we can have a bit of fun with the predictions. Love this now. Swiss hater for medical schools. Good evening, sir. I take it maybe you didn't have a particularly good experience at a medical school in Switzerland. Mike, key to this game, like most fixtures, is domination of midfield. Obvious. So sorry for that, Mike. That is all right. We know you are Michael Owen in disguise. Changing your last name does not. We know you're Michael Owen. The obvious. Okay, let's try it again. We are here for the watch along. It's Leicester City versus Fulham, kicking off in about 4 minutes' time.
Leicester Till I Die Watch Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Indeed, the Foxy is out in Foxy's eyes. I love that. Up on the station on the ground roof. They're out with the flags. The players are in the tunnel. Leicester in their all blue and Fulham in their white tops, black shorts, looking very Germanesque. I may say so. So about tonight. Vedant is in. Hello, sir. How are you? Hope you are well. Saw on LCF Twitter feed that got out for injury. Seriously? Oh, for God's sake. Let's just have a look. Who is your team, Vedant? And thank you very much. Thank you very much, mate. Subscribe if you are new. And pop back at half time on yours as well. Who is your team, though? Let us know. All right, let's have a look what's happening with Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Kieran Ndidi replaces Kieran Dewsbury-Hall in our starting lineup. Wow. Honestly. I don't know whether Brendan Rodgers is a spy for Nottingham Forest and he's purposely injuring all our players. Something is too intensive with this. I know Fofana said it when he signed, too intensive about the training and the preparation at our club. Because it's a joke. It's a total joke. Oh, good. Hey, do us a favour, mate. Good luck to Man United. Beat Bournemouth for us, if you would. So Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, we've lost our best player in Maddison. We've lost probably our second or third, depending which way you fall on it in Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Let's have a look and just see. They're just putting the team up now. They're still they've got Tielemans and Soumare as the two kind of behind the three. But I think indeed he would probably drop back and Tielemans move up, possibly. Exactly, Nate. Exactly. I think Tielemans might be moved forward and indeed he moved back a little bit, to be honest with you. I know. It never happened before, Rodgers. Do you remember when we won the Premier League? And players were a bit younger then, but do you remember we didn't have hardly any injuries all season? Even when the guy from Swansea went in against Villa and had his head, he was up and playing the same rest of the game. What is Brendan Rodgers doing? Really? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes you wonder. Cole Simmons says, Fulham have a dynamic midfield and target man. This will test Leicester's defence. Fulham's team does not like being pressurised when he has the ball. We have to match their energy. Fair point. Marcus, I'm just seeing you on Twitter as well. I've just followed you back, mate. Didn't realise you followed me on Twitter. I've just followed you back. A Mitrovic fan club liked my tweet. Fairly decent. Damn you guys. We're very lucky to lose to Liverpool. Yes, we were. They're just showing the lineups. I honestly think Ndidi to play alongside Soumare and Tielemans to fit into the middle of that three behind Vardy. I think that's the obvious way for it to go. But then again, we all know Rodgers, don't we? We know how he likes to play with our heads, guys. Oh, yes, he does.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV with Chris and Chums. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest. All you need for everything Leicester City FC. It's Leicester Till I Die TV.
And we've kicked off. We are off. We are up and running. Remember the rules, guys. There's only one rule, really. Apart from obviously keeping it clean and respecting each other, and that is no spoilers. Once you've seen it on the graphic there, it's fine. You go ahead and you comment on it. But until it comes up on that graphic or I have announced it, please do not do any shout-outs. It is an instant removal, and you will be removed very, very quickly. And my mods are up to that. You're welcome. You're welcome, Marcus. And Mike, it's got to be down to be. Well, I do wonder. And I say, as much as I don't like Fofana, he did say when he came, he was surprised at the intensity of the training. Let's just see if it says anything about. About it. I'm just looking on the. They've got Ndidi on the website, so they obviously updated. Anyway, it's the first corner within the first minute to Fulham. It goes all the way across the box, and the number 6 for Fulham on the far side. Leicester are playing in all blue. We are in all blue, and we are playing from left to right. So it's as you see on the screen there. Fulham are in the white tops, black shorts, kicking from right to left. and that won't change at half-time on the graphic. Obviously, it's too involved to change. Jeff is in. Good evening, Jeff. 2-0 to the Foxes is going. Just getting in on that one, Jeff. How are you? Got to win tonight? No, we've got to. We've got to. And Michael is in. Good evening, Michael. David, I believe. Sorry. How the devil are you, sir? Yeah, I knew. I think I read it as training. It's amazing because it's a thing, isn't it? Because if your brain knows what you're supposed to be reading, it almost reads it for you. So I think I did. I might have said trading, but I knew you meant training. So it's on the far side. Barnes is away. Bad ball. Gives it away to Fulham. He tried to get Vardy away. But it's won back. Perez running at the defence. Oh, he tried to have a little chip through for Vardy there and it didn't come off. But fair play to him. Fair play to him. He did try. He did try and get... it was a nice little move, actually. He was allowed to run at the defence. And I'm, surprised he didn't... He wasn't challenged by Fulham. But there we go. I'm just having a look here because... I'm quite a way behind the graphic, unfortunately, but hey, it's all I've got. Fulham, a lovely move. Oh my God! Oh, God. We were lucky. We were lucky there. No, I didn't, Nate. That's good. I mean, Leicester were all over the place there. Fulham, a lovely little move. Came down the left-hand side and crossed it into the box, and it should have been them. And look, we've got an injured player down. Samari's down injured. Oh, no. Who knew? But, Brendan Rodgers is like Dr. Death with these players. But no, that's good. That's a nice thing to do, Nate. Nice thing to do. I suppose, let's face it, he wouldn't be where he was if it hadn't been for that team. But anyway, Castagna on the near side here. Back to Amati. Plays it across to FaZe, who's thankfully not looking at Ward at the moment. Back to Amati. And he's going to pass it back to FaZe. This is why most of our action takes place in our own half. I haven't seen the injury yet because I'm quite a bit behind. It looks like he's still down. Let's hope this isn't too serious. We cannot do with any more injuries. We really, really can't. He's still down injured. I'm not got up to it yet. Oh! Oh my God, Fulham. They are just coming at us. They are coming at us, Fulham. Anyway, we're back up and running. Tell you what, I think it is for Fulham. will.i.am is causing us all sorts of problems. Brighton is already being given some instructions. Oh my God, Samora is coming off. For fuck's sake. Samora off or Brighton on. Jesus. And I don't get me wrong. You know, I don't know, Mike, David. I mean, sorry, you're not keen on Albrighton coming on. I just don't know where all these injuries are coming from. Let's hope it's not too serious. There's nothing up that I can see at the moment. Just saying he's unable to continue. I remember that years ago there was a game against Derby. And I think we had about 4 injuries in one game. I hope it's not his hamstring, Nate. Oh, well, mind you, yes, he's holding the back of his... I mean, it was a simple kick. So within the first 10 minutes, we've lost 2 players to injury. Well, with those 2, Mike, let's have a look. Did I put the injuries up earlier? I don't think I did. So let me just have a look on this one. Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 injuries at the moment. Madison Evans, Bertrand Pratt, Justin Ricardo, Mitrovic is down now, and then obviously we've got these 2. So it's 8, I think, at the moment. Boohoo, I don't know how you would want to pronounce it. We'll go for Boohoo. Yeah. Maybe Brendan doesn't believe in stretch. I don't know what Brendan believes in, to be honest with you. If anybody knows what Brendan believes in, answers on a postcard. It just beggars belief. Small matter of Gillingham coming up at the weekend. You are more than welcome today to stay, Sky. We welcome everybody here from whatever team they are supporting. We've got United fans in, as in Manchester United, West Ham fans in. You are welcome. All we ask, give us a sub, because we don't just do Leicester content. We also do prediction shows and fun quizzes. So you're welcome to stay, mate. Just give us a... Oh, indeed, he trod on the player there. I do wonder what they have shin pads. Shin pads are hardly worth putting on. BR believes in slow side to side saddling rubbish. Yeah, you could be right there. Is Mitrovic coming off? I don't know. No, I think he's staying on. I think Mitrovic is staying on. 10 minutes gone here. Arsenal, Newcastle 0-0. Everton, Brighton 0-0. Leicester, Fulham 0-0. And United, Bournemouth kicks off in about 2 minutes. Oh, he's walking off. He is walking off, ladies and gentlefolk. So it could be Mitrovic is off. It says there, yeah, Wilfred Ndidi was lucky to avoid a yellow card for that. Got to be honest with you. I think it was clumsy more than anything. I think Mitrovic, I think he's coming back on. Yeah, he's going to come back on. Yeah, bring him off. But yeah, I've got to be honest with you. Indeed, he was lucky. He got lucky with that one. I'm sure Mitrovic will run it off though. Should be able to stay on after a challenge like that. He'll stop hobbling soon. Oh dear. Well, it's been an interesting start to the game. Players going down like flies here. David's just said Perez in the shop window. I don't know, I'm going to afford to sell him at the moment. Luke says Mitrovic better not be injured. Needs him for his FPL team. At the moment, I've got to say, Fulham looking the better side. Unfortunately for us. But they are. They've had more attacks and more dangerous attacks. We've had one shot, they've had 4. Nobody's had a shot on target yet. Shane is in. I just looked at that. They literally just scored in the last few minutes. They have. Yeah, Brighton. Brighton has gone up. Mitoma has scored for Brighton. So Brighton have gone 1-0 up. That'll do us a favour. We just need to win it here. Jack is in. Good evening, Jack. How the devil are you, sir? Another 2 non-contact injuries. Oh my God, what did they do at Seagrove? He was saying that. And on warm weather training requires a serious look at our fitness coaches. I think getting rid of Dave Rennie, to be honest with you, was the worst thing. Like I say, evening to Shane. Mike, the big bad wolf, is not the player he was. What's happened to him? Was it an injury? According to Oracle, Leicester have a 52% chance of winning to Fulham's 20%. Does that Oracle know the? Oh, there's a goal! Oh my God, there's a goal, and it's gone to Fulham. Fulham have scored. It goes from bad to worse. Fulham have scored 1-0. I've yet to see it, but I did say they had the better of the games. But the game so far, 15 minutes, 16 minutes on the clock, and it's Fulham 1, Leicester City 0. Unbelievable. Please don't tell me it was a phase own goal. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't tell you what it was like. 17 minutes gone. It is Fulham 1, Leicester City 0. Mitrovic. Who knew? Who knew? And we all did, didn't we? Willian bringing the ball forward. Tips it over. Oh, it's completely... Again, Faze stood there. Mitrovic just went round him and put the ball in the back of the net. Like the BBC said, inevitable. You can't say Fulham don't deserve it because they do. It was well onside. What the hell Faze was doing again, I don't know. Willian chips it over. Faze was completely caught out. Danny Ward was looking the other way as the ball went past him on the right and he was looking towards his left. So it was a very good goal. Well taken by Mitrovic. Fulham playing like we used to one time. Yeah, it was poor, Nate. Not the start we needed, indeed. 2-1s are still on, though. Defending. Poor defending. Yeah, put those two together. Oh, well, we sent out the invitation to Mitrovic and said, please go ahead. Goal is yours. Where was Thomas, though? Strolling back, utter shite. I don't know. Don't know what we were doing in Dubai for weeks. Now we know why Faze was cheap. Got to say, totally deserved by Fulham. Well done, guys. And United have kicked off. We need them to beat Bournemouth now. Oh, bad pass there. Vardy. So easily cut out. Willian has been an absolute pain down this right-hand side. Castagna needs to sort him out. Playing it out from the back. A long chip up finally to Vardy. Takes it down. Oh. Easily had the ball take him off in there. Easily. "20 minutes gone. 1-0, deservedly 1-0 to Fulham. They are the better team. And as it stands, we are still in 13th, but we're just 3 points. We are 3 points off the relegation zone. Thankfully, our goal difference isn't as bad as some of the others. But just looking at the stats so far, I mean, we've had 20 attacks. They've had 21. I haven't seen 20 attacks on the screen. Ball put wide there by the Fulham striker, well wide. We've had 5 dangerous attacks, which basically means last third. Fulham have had 11. We've had 1 shot so far, and it wasn't on target. They have had 6 shots off and 1 shot on. And if we do buy any players in the January window, how long will they stay fit for? That's the question. 13th, Sky. 13th we are, mate. I know. We don't. That said, FaZe has just taken it. Castagna off Perez, chips it in. Oh! That could have gone anywhere. That'd have been a Leicester defender, would have gone in the goal, but there we go. I went to Fulham versus Southampton. Fulham are definitely going great this season. Can't argue, mate. Yes, you would. You would indeed. I just never know what to do about that. I don't know what to do about Rodgers. Sometimes I think he's doing well. Other times I think he's the biggest bell end going. I really, really, really don't know. Biz, why do you miss it, mate? I think it'll be a long, long time before we get back into the Champions League. Harvey Barnes is through. He's got the ball, but he's got 2 Fulham defenders around him. "24 minutes gone." Yeah, Mike. Going to a new training centre must be like going to the Leicester Royal. Indeed. Do you remember, guys? No spoilers. Oh, what the fuck was that, Vardy? Was it Vardy? No, it was Perez. That should have been 1-1. That should have been 1-1. But yeah, just saying, no spoilers until it's on the graphic there, guys. Indeed, Jeff. Indeed. Jigweed, welcome. If anybody is watching on Twitch, I don't often go on Twitch, but I do stream a lot to it. But if you want to follow me, I'm more than happy to follow. Anybody that follows me on Twitch gets a follow straight back. We could be in the Conference League if this goes on, just not the one you're thinking of, mate. Oh dear, what a West Ham don't play until tomorrow. Yeah, they're not playing tonight. So Soyuncu sat there thinking, do I really want to go to Atletico Madrid? Yes, I fucking do, is what he's saying to himself. Jesus, this is embarrassing. Luke, I just don't know what's happened to Leicester. I wish I had the answers, because I'll tell you what, Brendan Rodgers hasn't got the answers. It's almost like saying answers on a postcard. I got a little bit excited then. I thought the ball had gone in the net again. Unfortunately, it was a repeater. It was a replay of the first goal. So at the moment, it's still 0-0 Arsenal-Newcastle. It is 1-0 to Everton. BBC have just said, Fulham striker Mitrovic is still moaning to the officials about the Wilfred Ndidi tackle earlier. Surely a statute of limitation on these things. Well, let's be honest with you. Name me a footballer that doesn't like to moan from any team. Man United Bournemouth, 13 minutes gone in that one, and that's 0-0 as well. My phone had just told me about the goal. Which is about 20 minutes behind. Oh! A cross there from Leicester. Vardy on the far side. Tried to get his head to it. He couldn't. Barnes put a cross in. Oh, it took a deflection. Oh. I can't help thinking that on those sort of times, the old Vardy would have scored. Nate, I think you're right, probably. I do, Mike. Codswallop, yeah. Oh, a long shot there from, I'm not sure who it was, but it was straight into the ground. Albrighton tries to pass it through, goes straight to one of their players, then he gets a head on it. At the moment, nobody can seem to hold on to the ball. Albrighton, no, it's over Vardy and straight into the arms of the Fulham goalkeeper. It just says here, which is a good thing on the BBC. It says it's like Leicester have woken from a slumber. Mark Albrighton and Yuri Tillemans are pinging in all kinds of dangerous crosses now, and Jamie Vardy's header is saved by Leno at his near post. I'm not sure about Vardy at the moment. He certainly causes defences a problem, but he's not the Vardy of old. It is. It's doing a good. It's doing us good. I can't lie on that one, Luke. The fact that everybody else is keeping us on. 2 attempts from us, 7 from Fulham. When will Mitrovic start attracting the bigger Premier League clubs? 11 goals so far this season, 4th highest behind Haaland 21, Kane 13 and Tony 12. The other 3 players always get the headlines. Can we start praising Mitrovic too? He deserves it. I mean, came up before and didn't really perform, but Silva's got something out of him. He's getting something out of him. He's getting something in a tune. So fair play. I thought Mitrovic might fail again, but he's playing well this time up. Oh mate, you're preaching to the. You are preaching to the converted here. Definitely should have 2 up front. Inacho plus either when he's fit, Daka or Vardy. It worked well before. But you know what Rodgers is like. Something works, so why stick with it? Arteta's kicking off a bit at Arsenal. Audis have nice. They have a lot of nice things. In fact, I'm going to go tomorrow. Mitrovic would do well at Spurs. They moan a lot. Yeah. I think a lot of clubs, Leicester included, I think, could do a lot worse than going for Mitrovic. Don't think Fulham would sell him. I've got to be honest with you. They wouldn't want to sell him, and I don't know. I think it'd take a lot of money to prize him away. But he would, like I say, he could add a lot to a lot of clubs. Yeah. I've been banging on about this for absolutely ages. Been all Arsenal in that game, but apparently Newcastle are now starting to come back into it. Oh, Danny Ward took his time. The moment we can't get the ball out, we cannot get the ball out at the moment. And we have just over 30 minutes gone, and it is Leicester 0, Fulham 1. Will it stay like that at half time? Can Leicester get an equaliser, or can Fulham get a second? I think the latter, unfortunately, guys, is more likely.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV with Chris and Chums. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest. All you need for everything Leicester City FC. It's Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it is apparently possessions 50-50. That is a big surprise. Maybe I'm watching a different game. I don't know. And Marty with a header out, but it's just going straight. They're just coming. We've got every player virtually back, so if we do get a breakout, I don't know who's going to go on for it. Yeah, transfer window is very, very crucial. 9 o'clock tomorrow, guys. I've got Ant from Ant's Leicester fan channel coming on, and we are going to be talking. Vardy, tried to cross the ball in. Leno got his hand to it. Um, 9 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, transfer special, guys. We're just not with. There's loads of rumours going around, and I'm not going to do a show for every single rumour that pops up, but we're going to be looking at Leicester players that might be leaving, Leicester players that might be staying, players we could be interested in, players we should be interested in, etc., etc., etc. So it is a very, very important window, especially because we didn't do much in the summer. Can't fault Fulham this season. We can't fault Fulham at all, mate. They've gone very, very well. In fact, Luke, you've got a few spare players at Forest. Any chance of lending us a few? Boo, since O'Brien came on, we look more dangerous. Yeah, I mean, he is an attacking player. And he's, let's be honest with you, I think he was one of the best wingers to never ever play for England. So I rate him a lot. A bit like Vardy, he can't play 90 minutes week in, week out at his age. James is in. Good evening, James. How are you? Would rather see McAteer anyone apart from Perez. Even if he scores, the bloke is an absolute joke. He's one of the most ineffective players I've seen. Don't you be sitting on the fence there, James. You say it as you see it. He certainly divides opinion, doesn't he? He should be sponsored by Marmite. I'm sure he will, Jeff. I'm sure he will. Nothing is falling for us. Again, a lovely little move. Cut it back. And the Leicester player was outrun by 2 Fulham defenders. Nothing is falling for us. But Fulham, I've got to be honest with you guys, Fulham are defending well. They're striking well. Fulham got a good game plan here. Barnes tried to he got the ball through to Vardy. Vardy, best I've seen him play for a long time. But when he tried to cross the ball in, unfortunately for us, Leno got down and got his hand to it. Man United 1-0 up, says Shane. It hasn't come up yet, but that'll be good news for us if it is. And we are very lucky. The teams below us, we lost 2 games over Christmas, Newcastle and Liverpool, obviously. And no, that's a free kick. Went into the back of Perez there, number 14 for Fulham. Yeah, we lost both those games and we didn't drop a place because everybody below us lost as well. But we can't keep relying on that. You know, I mean, if Forest go and win their next game, and if they win by something like, say, 25-0, they'll be above us. Sorry, Luke, but you have got a really bad goal difference, haven't you? Man United have gone 1-0 up, as Shane said there. Let's see if I can see who's got it. No, it's not saying yet. Again, honestly, at the moment now, it's again all Brighton. You called it. Boo-hoo. It is. He's having them, ball out to him there. Nobody picking him up. Lovely cross in. Just nobody on the end of it. Through the defender's legs. Leno, I think, may have decided to leave it. Perez comes sliding in at the far side. I don't think he'd have done anything if he got it anyway. Casemiro scored for Man United. 1-0 to Man United. Thank you, Man United. Thank you, Brighton, at the moment. But we shouldn't keep saying this. But we've got the ball. Perez gets the ball. He wins it. He's got Albrighton out to the side. Can Albrighton get a cross in? Superb cross. How did he get that cross in? I thought I was going to go out. Albrighton, my God, why haven't we been playing him all season? You know what it's like? You'll have a fantastic game, probably even gets a couple of goals, and then Brendan will drop him. Fair play to you, Luke. Fair play. We've got a whole second first team and reserve first team. Stat. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Fair play to you. Yeah, indeed, Mike. Indeed. Every City fan I know wants Iheanacho to play. Yes, you can add me to that list, James. Add me to that list. Thing is, he can't play one up front, and he likes one up front, does Brendan. Despite the fact when we had 2 up front, it worked really, really well. 39 minutes gone, and I've got to say, at the moment, Leicester are the dominant team. It's only Albrighton's 4th Premier League appearance of the season. Now the veteran whips in a fine cross, although nobody's on the end of it. It is indeed. Is that a free kick to Leicester? I believe it is. I love the referee, Mr. Bond. Her name's Bond. Made the pointed to the Newcastle to the Fulham player and went, "You took it away, kick it back." So Arsenal are the only goalless game. Arsenal Newcastle at the moment. So Perez to take the free kick here. It's out for a throw-in. Perez takes it quickly. Barnes to Perez. Down this right-hand side. Gets it back to Barnes. He's going to whip a cross in, which he does. Vardy! Oh. No, it was Castagna. I apologise. It was Castagna. I knew who you meant, Mike. I'm not going to read that out. But I do get what you mean. I do understand, and I do know who you meant. Castagna with the header. Leno let it go wide. He would have got it, had it covered anyway. But I tell you what, Leicester are looking more menacing at the moment. We are definitely looking more menacing. 5 yellow cards between Arsenal and Newcastle as Xhaka joins them in the book. 56 attacks now to 40 from Fulham. 7 shots for us, 1 on target. 7 shots for Newcastle, 1 on target. We are back in this game. But again, it's all about making pressure count. A ball goes through. Couldn't quite find Vardy. It's cleared, but it's back here now with Albrighton. Castagna, cross to Amati. Amati across to Faze, just inside the centre, or just outside the centre circle. Faze back to Amati. Whoa! For fuck's sake! Oh, well done, Castagna. Faze! I want to love you. I want to love you, but you're fucking shit at the moment. What the hell was that? For God's sake. He played Amati into so much danger there. It was just a simple pass to Amati. Didn't hit it hard enough. Amati was immediately closed down. Lost out. Thank God Castagna was quick enough to run back and get the ball off the Fulham player that was running in on goal. I thought that was going to be number 2, and it should have been. Foul Faze. I love you to bits. I really do. Johnny Evans is sat there on the sideline. Must be thinking, come on, put me on with one leg. I can do better than this. Albrighton whipping in some lovely crosses. Marcus says, the ref for the Newcastle game wants me to pull my hair out and I'm already bald. I know. Leicester coming forward. No, again, an awful pass, for fuck's sake. We are playing in blue. Pass it to one of our fucking players, not to one of Fulham's. Oh, and that's a free kick. Is he going to get a book in Albrighton? I wouldn't be surprised. It was a lovely breakaway, and we can't even get the ball to... I think he's got away with it, Albrighton. We couldn't even get the ball to our own player, and now it's a free kick to Fulham. Praying, mate. I tell you. Line the gods up and I'll pray to them all. Yeah, we are playing, we were up until now playing the better, playing like the home team, but we do need that goal. Unfortunately, I've got a horrible feeling it's going to come for Fulham and they'll get a second before we get one. A free kick here from Fulham, chipped in. And it's away for a corner from Luke Thomas. Oh, there is... Well, we're on the 45th minute now. 4 minutes of injury time. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know about Donatello, but I think we could do with all of the turtles for help us out here. Ninjury time. A corner to Fulham. Poor corner. Headed clear. And then one of those long shots I was talking about in the show earlier. It goes high wide and it's not very pretty. Ward, short ball out to Amati. Can we get anything before the half-time whistle? I'm going to say the answer is probably no. Oh, what they're checking here? They are checking something. Mitrovic is moaning. Who knew? Oh, that's a free kick. Yeah. There's been no cards in this game, which is good. It's not been a dirty game. There's been a couple of tackles that you could have said, Leicester, certainly Perez and Albrighton are lucky not to have gone in the referee's book. But it's full-blooded, shall we say. He's coming up to the end of the first half, 49. I don't know who he's got left on the bench to bring on and make a difference, apart from Iheanacho. But, we know who'll take Vardy off to put Iheanacho on when it happens. And there it is, guys. It is half time. Leicester City 0, Fulham 1. It's taken us a long time to get into this game. And when we did, we looked good, but we didn't take advantage. And isn't that always typical of Leicester? We never, ever take advantage of when we are on top. Look, guys, I need to go and water the old plants. And I will be back again in about 6 minutes' time. So please don't go away. Please don't touch that dial. If you do, please come back for the second half. Leicester are coming back into it. Can they get the equaliser? Will Brendan make some early changes for once in his life? We've been unlucky with some of the injuries so far. But I'll be back, like I say, in about 6 minutes' time. Do not go away.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. From Aldershot to Manchester, from the Conference to the Premier League, from San Marino to Brazil. If it's football, we'll talk about it on Leicester Till I Die TV.
Subscribe and join in. You know you want to.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Indeed. Welcome back. Somebody's just said here, yeah, well, we screw up all our opportunities at the moment. How about throwing Nacho on with Vardy? Love it, mate. I'd love to see two up front. Probably happening about the 85th minute. Talking from experience. So it's Arsenal 0, Newcastle 0 at half time. Everton 0, Brighton 1. Leicester 0, Fulham 1. Man United 1, Bournemouth 0. Mike says, facts are facts. I hate it when we're looking at other results to help us get out of the manure. We should be looking to challenge for top 6, but not this season. I don't even think the top 10 that Brendan was talking about earlier, to be honest with you. I'm just going to see if there's any news on any of the injuries at all. We certainly came back into that game, didn't we? We certainly did come back into it. But we didn't take advantage of when we were on top again. Which is always the case. Always the case. Half time it's 1-0. No news about any of the injuries on the Twitter. Let's have a look on the old website. No, there's no news on the injuries at all. But then why would there be? So it's still 1-0. Terry says, yet again, hopeless in the last third of the pitch. Our top goal scorer, off injured. Came back off holiday and he got injured as soon as he got back to Leicester. But I'm sure it's not down to Brendan at all, I'm sure. So attacks, we've had more attacks, 57 to Fulham's 48. They've had a couple more shots than us, 2 on target to our 1, 3 corners to our 2. Possession 52-48. It's the old Brexit possession there to Leicester, but we are not taking advantage of it. Tell you what, Matt, David, we can't seem to pass to our own players. I mean, it's simple. It is simple. And excuse me 1 second, because I just need to blow my nose. So just bear with me. And I'm back. Sure, you wouldn't have liked to have watched that. You know, it is simple what 7-year-olds should be able to do. And yet here are well-played Premier League footballers that cannot pass. To be honest with you, they can't pass wind, the Leicester City players, let alone the ball. So many passes that just go completely off scoop, I'll tell you. I mean, yeah, we could still win it. We could still win it. I mean, does anybody remember? Let me just see if I've got it on this slide. Oh, it's pretty typical. I haven't, have I? Let's have a look. Because I just wanted to show you something here. Just wait for it to load. And here we go. I want to show you this slide, which you may or may not remember from earlier, but it was from when goals are scored. And if you have a look, Fulham concede most of their goals in the last 15 minutes. The only problem is they also score equal joint top of their goals in that last 15 minutes. We concede 20% of our goals in the last half an hour. Usually when BR makes his makes his substitutions. BR. Is that? Do you think that could also mean bloody rubbish? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Oh, no wonder I'll get myself banned, won't I? But he is at the moment, unfortunately. I just don't know what he's doing, and I'm sorry, but the actual, I mean, look at just show me Vardy now. 1 shot on target, 6 touches. Mitrovic, 3 shots, 1 on target, 24 touches. You know, we've got to accept that Vardy is not the player that he used to be. The bit and now the checking Pierre with Tielemans. It is just totally and utterly frightening. Anyway, the players are coming back out again for the second half. So let us. There we go. Just going to wait for the kickoff. Fulham are coming out. I think we would have had them worried at the end of that half. Fulham players are doing some exercises. Maybe the Leicester players should be as well. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we've kicked off. Certainly have on the graphic anyway. I don't think there's been any substitutions. Man United have reached half-time 1-0 up. So getting back underway at the 3 earlier kickoffs, it says, will we get a goal at the Emirates? Can Leicester and Everton come from behind? I'm not feeling confident. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. Don't know what to think. Leicester kicking off now. Leicester in this half does get a little bit confusing in the second half. Leicester all in blue, kicking from right to left. Fulham in white shirts, black shorts, kicking from left to right. However, on the graph, as you will see, it's still showing the other way around. Basically, I think it's just too involved to do all the whatever they do with the graphics and move it all around. So 1-0 to Fulham. Leicester need to get an early goal back. The longer it goes on, the harder it is going to get.
Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
I would love it. I don't know if I can see it happening though. Yeah, all out attack. You know what Brendan's like. They would probably say, "Look, let's hold on to our 1-0 defeat." Marcus says, I believe once your defence gets sorted, everything will start to click for you. I think it's bigger than the defence now. I really do. David, we have a chance to agree with you at Marcus Sports, but I cannot understand why when the defender looked mostly confident, we looked like we were chasing shadows. Yeah. It's the basics we're not doing. Boy, are we missing Madders? Yes. Never a truer word said, Mike. Never a truer word said. Fulham now, down the right-hand side. Twisting and turning. So our right, their left, the far side. They're toying with the Leicester defence at the moment. Toying with us. High ball in. Faze goes to head it and misses it. Don't think he got a shout. No, he just completely missed it when he went to head it. So there was one goal in all the games apart from the one at the Emirates. The moment Leicester can't clear it, it's a big up and under. Perez, he controls it, but he's being bundled over. Come on. No, he's hobbling. Hopefully he can run it off. We just haven't got enough defenders. Shayna said Brighton have gone 2-0 up against Everton. Yeah, you think things could be worse? We could be playing in Everton blue. So, FaZe has got the ball out on the far side. That's all right. And Amati's got it now. Castagna, Amati. Even Ferguson score for Brighton. And it's going to go out for a Fulham throw-in because, again, a Leicester pass does not reach a Leicester player. Maybe we need to get some coaches in from the Leicester schools that are used to coaching kids. Yeah, I mean, it is a future investment, Mike, but I do get your frustration. I really do. We're lucky we get away with that one there. Again, Fulham were very close to cutting us open. Evan Ferguson for Brighton, 2-0. And their World Cup winner says he doesn't want to, he's in no hurry to leave. Luke Thomas gets it. Lovely ball through. Go on, Harry Barnes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Luke Thomas played a lovely ball through. Defence splitting ball. Harvey Barnes ran onto it. He didn't quite chop it. Didn't quite clip it over Leno. Oh, that could have been 1-1. Lovely move. Absolutely brilliant move. I mean, he just played it forward, Luke Thomas, and another couple of inches. Fair play to Luke Thomas. He did not even run with that ball. He ran over to get it because it was a bit out of position for him. Lovely left-footed shot over the defence. See what Barnes was trying to do was chip it over the goalkeeper, but unfortunately he didn't have quite enough height on it. So it remains 1-0. It was a lovely, lovely ball from Thomas. He was unlucky there, Barnes. Credit where credit is due. He was unlucky. And after they've just said on the BBC, there's a booking. There's a booking for Fulham. Possibly for time wasting. Tozin has been booked. $3-0 to Brighton. Solly March scoring. Wow. Now Leicester coming ahead again. Leicester are certainly end of the first half and the start of this second half. They are certainly the team that is asking questions. The problem is Leicester. We might be asking the questions. We haven't got any answers, and that is the big problem. And at this rate, we won't have any players, let alone any answers. Well, 52 minutes. We've still got 40 minutes left, Mike. Brighton are actually demolishing Everton by the look of it. I'm only seeing the scores, and obviously when Shane is telling me, but yeah, and the booking for Tosin there was for time wasting, taking too long over the free kick. Everton now, they are down. Well, they're in 16th. They were before, let's be fair. And their goal difference is now -9, which is the same as West Ham. Depending on the results tomorrow, West Ham and Everton could be in the bottom 3. Oh my God, really? Really, Shane? 4-0. My God, we're watching the wrong game. Oh, come on again, Leicester, come on. Mitrovic couldn't quite get it. Oh my God! Oh my God, will our defenders and our goalkeeper talk? Castagna, what the fuck was that? I mean, he just did not look what was going on, Castagna. He passes it back. He was not even looking. Thank God Danny Ward was awake. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I've seen better defending. I've seen better defending when I was watching my kids play at 7 years old. And it's Pascal Gross. They're sharing the goals around here, Brighton. And it is 4-0. And more yellow cards are being shown between Arsenal and Newcastle, but no sign of the deadlock being broken. I think Arsenal will probably take the point more than Newcastle. Everton, just pointless, really, aren't they? Right, now Leicester are on the break. Jamie Vardy! Jamie Vardy's through and he shoots it straight at the fucking goalkeeper. He was onside. Lovely run through. Now, you know, the old Jamie Vardy would have scored that. Well, he is old, obviously. I mean, you know, he hits it across the ground. He was never going to get anywhere with that. Oh. So Leicester corner. Like I say, David, we couldn't pass wind if we tried at the moment. Win probability: Leicester 14%, Fulham 57%. Oh, for fuck's sake! And now Tielemans is down. That's all we need. Leicester are creating chances now, says the BBC, but we're doing nothing with them. Now Tielemans is hobbling. Fulham are making a change. 57 minutes. It's coming to that time when Rodgers might just get his notebook out. Fulham have got another yellow card. Last one was for time wasting. Apparently there are Everton fans that leaving Goodison. I mean, they're not leaving the King Power because it is a good game. Leicester, if they only had a cutting edge. Oh, Tielemans with a long range shot there. I didn't see how close it went. He nearly lost the ball once, but he was lucky he got it back off his left foot. No, and it was reasonably wide, I think. Reasonably wide. I'm going to look at a different angle here. Oh, it wasn't a million miles. It was actually quite close from captain there. That would have been a lovely goal, and says the BBC. To be fair, Mike, it's probably not a lot, but he scores a goal like that. So Pereira is off and Kearney is on for Fulham. Pereira off, Kearney on. 59 minutes gone on my clock. I know we're a bit behind, but such is life. So, thing is though, we can't keep saying, "Well, we were unlucky." You know, we were unlucky against Liverpool, but we lost. You know, I just don't. Oh, yeah. Another yellow card for Fulham. They're collecting them now. Leicester had a yellow card. I don't know who got Leicester's yellow card. Fulham have had 3 now. I'm not sure who got the yellow card for Leicester. Pereira coming off, and then Palhinha getting booked for clattering Youri Tielemans. And it's raining now. It is raining at the King Power. Luke Shaw's got a goal, apparently, Shane says, for Man United. He was getting plastered a bit by a Man United fan. Or he's now been booked for Leicester. 60 minutes. I mean, I just don't know who is left to come on for Leicester. We've got Iheanacho. Surely we've got to see Iheanacho at some point, haven't we? You know, apart from that, we've got Brunt and McAteer. Maybe give them a... and they're complaining to the referee. The referee stopped the game there to book the player for Tottenham as Perez is down, but maybe they're a bit annoyed because he could have played advantage. Guys, if you're new to the chat, please do give us a subscribe. It really is appreciated. Thank you very much. And we've got 26 in the chat at the moment. So please, if you haven't yet, please smash those likes. It does help the channel with our algorithms and gets us seen in places we're not normally. So we've got... I was just looking then to see who can come on. So Brunt and McAteer. Apart from that, the only person that now can come on and make a difference is... It's all getting a bit nasty now. Oh, it's a clash of heads. A clash of heads. Fulham guy went down, but it was him that actually headed Barnes. We could always bring Vestergaard on and sticking up front. Yeah, fresh legs at least. Yeah. King Ryan. Yeah, you are beating us. But you're holding on at the moment. You are holding on. Leicester, I think, are the better team at the moment. Again, if you're on Twitch, After the show, I do go on. If you do follow me on Twitch, I will follow you back as soon as I go on. Possibly be later on tonight or tomorrow, but I will follow you back if you follow me. We've got to see Iheanacho come on, haven't we? We've got to. Who would you take off? Probably Perez. I've got to keep Vardy on because Iheanacho cannot play up front on his own. So, under half an hour to go, 27 minutes. Leicester are the team in ascendancy here, but can we make it pay? Not with crosses like that, crossed right across the field. So easily read by Fulham. That was nice play, though, by Castagna. Ndidi, I think, thinks he's messy. Perez off, Mike. Agree with you probably there. Yeah. Great, amazing scenes in Santos today for Pele. It was nice to see. Like I say, for those of us of a certain age, and I understand why the youngsters, go for Ronaldo or Messi. It's all they've known. But for those of us that are of an older age, Pele, the original and the best. So 25 minutes to get back into this game. Can we do it? 30 of you in the chat, please smash that like button. It does help the channel. And if you are new, like I say, please do subscribe. Yes, indeed, Mike. Totally. Yeah, it does. It does, Luke. And I've got to be honest with you, it drags us into it as well, not just them. I mean, you'd be on the same points as us. I think about 12, 12, a goal difference that is 12 worse off than us. You know what I mean? But it drags a few teams in. Some of those teams at the bottom start winning. It's another substitution. Reed is off. Wilson is on for Fulham. Are Fulham just going to try and hold on to what they've got now? Let's hang on to what we've got. I know, I'm sorry. That's why I've never been on the X Factor. So there's 26 of you in watching. We've got 12 likes. Please do smash that likes button. It really does help us. Looks like Brighton have decided to take a rest. Can't blame them. 4-0 up. Man United 2-0 up. Luke Shaw getting the second one there. So as it stands at the moment, Southampton 12, Wolves 13, Forest 14, West Ham are on 14 as well, but they have that better goal difference. Everton 15, Bournemouth 16, Leeds 16, Leicester 17, and then a 4-point gap to Villa on 12. I mean, Villa are out of it, but you've probably got to say 12 upwards. You'll probably be feeling a lot happier of the 8 or so teams below them. Well, everybody's going into everybody now. Bit of possession here for Fulham. Oh. Face gets it out. Perez doesn't know what to do. Oh, come on. That was a nice move by Perez. There's going to be another booking. He was brought down. He played that beautifully, in fairness, beautifully between the two players, and one of them decides to pull him down. Tete has now been booked as well. A 6-pointer coming up on the 14th. Yeah, some watching Leicester game on his Fire Stick. Tonight, are you on about? That'll be a split house, won't it? Oh, again, not quite enough on it to get the Leicester player through. And the defender for Fulham. 70 minutes coming up. Still no sign of a Leicester substitution. Are we that short of money that we've got to watch the match fees? Is that what it is? Right, Fulham have given away the ball. Again, for fuck's sake, indeed. No wonder you weren't being picked. Shit pass. I give up. I do give up. 70 minutes coming up on the clock. So we're still having more attacks, but they're having the more dangerous attacks. They're still having more shots than us, but we are slightly ahead on possession. Corner to Leicester. Of course, we don't do anything with it, do we? And we're coming back at them. It is all Leicester at the moment. Beautiful ball out to Perez. Can he get the ball across? No, of course he can't. And it's all the way back to Faze to kick it all the way back to Danny Ward, who hasn't really had much to do in the match, if I'm honest with you. But then again, you could argue neither is the Fulham keeper. We've had 3 shots on target. They've had 2. Finally, Mendy is coming on and Iheanacho is coming on. So Mendy is coming on. Iheanacho is coming on. Thomas is coming off for Mendy. He's not had a bad game, actually, in fairness. He's had a good game. Who is coming off for Iheanacho? So Mendy's gone on for Ndidi and Iheanacho has replaced Luke Thomas. So we have gone 2 up front with about 18 minutes left. Is it too little, too late? I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, it will be an important game for both of us, Jeff. You are quite right. A 6-pointer, definitely. Yeah, I just ignore those, Mike. I'm sorry. Be respectful. We have Forest fans in here that are respectful to us. but it's never going to be put up or read out. Talking of Forest fans, obviously we have the banter show, where it'll be starting up again in a couple of weeks once we get back into the swing of things. Where we'll be doing the rival show, myself and a Forest fan, Dave, and we'll be having a bit of a go at each other in the nicest possible way. Cross comes in. Oh, they can't get away at the moment, but they've got plenty of players back. Bounces out to Mitrovic. I don't know what's happened. Oh, Castagne's got a yellow card. And I think he's just said to the ref, "What have you seen?" Oh, that was not a yellow card. Yeah, but I just the difference is between whether you think it or not, and it's whether you type it out, Mike. That's the difference. There's a lot of things you can call them without. Oh, and up and under there. No, yeah, Jeff, it was a good laugh. Dave he's my age, and we always go off topic a little bit, but it was a laugh. Free kick to Leicester. Face takes it across to Amati. That was not a booking. I'm sorry, that was not a booking. 6 bookings in this game. 2 for Leicester, 4 for Fulham. 4 for Fulham. It's going to be another frustrating night for Leicester. Three games played over the festive. 3 games played over the festive period. Absolutely no points. At the moment, Perez couldn't control it. I don't think it's been a dirty game, this. I don't think it's worthy of 6 cards. There's certainly been more between Arsenal and Newcastle, I think. The moment Fulham can't get it away. Oh, they've just given it away to Leicester. Oh, what the... Indeed, Mike. Didn't have you down as a Eurovision fan. Inacho holds the ball up. Oh, a shot there. Leno's going mad. A shot from Perez. He dived down and just got it down to his left. It was a good effort. Inacho proving again straight away. It held the ball up. He had 3 players on him. He held the ball up and was able to get it to Perez. But Leno got the save. Corner from Perez. All the way out to the other side. Vardy picks it up. Crosses the ball in. Back down to Perez on this side. Barnes doesn't control it. Gets the free kick. Now then, if only we had Maddison on the pitch. There's another booking. Mitrovic is going mad at the referee. He's got to be careful. He'll just talk himself into another yellow, and that will be a red. he has got a, again, it was a questionable yellow card, in fairness, but it's a shame we can't do what they do in American football, which is bring somebody on just to take the one kick. Get Maddison on just to take the kick and then put him back off again. Only we could do that, eh? If only. Fulham players are going mad. Not listening to the goalkeeper. Is this going to be a Tielemans special? We've got Tielemans on the pitch. He can score from here. He can score from a free kick. Please, Tielemans. Please cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. 78 minutes gone. Tielemans eyeing it up. The captain is going to take this. Chips it over, and my God. They might have to dig that one out of the canal. It's another corner now. Perez taking the corner. Doesn't get past the first man, but it comes out. Oh, it's a post! Oh! What a shot, and it came off the post, off the bar. It hit the bar, I believe. And then Perez's shot straight down the throat of Leno. Tielemans, whoa. Let's just have a look at that again. Oh, Leno was stranded. It was hit beautifully. He took it on his chest. One touch, one bounce. Might have got a deflection, but it hit the bar. Wow. It's just come up there. No room for racism. Quite right as well. Quite right as well. Lots of Leicester pressure, says Jeff, but can't see us getting that goal. Maybe just going to be another one of those nights. I mean, that was... Oh. Take a point now, guys. I would. Even if it means that the Nottingham Forest fan gets the right prediction, Luke. I'd take a point now. Overall, I think to be honest with you, Fulham have played really, really well. But I think Leicester have been slightly the better team. But we can't keep saying, well, we were the better team, and then so throwing on the far side to Leicester. We can't keep saying, well, we were the better team, but we were unlucky. We've got to start taking our chances. We've got to start piling on the pressure. What's Tielemans and Will.i.am arguing over? Oh, there's a substitution. Will.i.am. What am I saying? Willian wanted to go off on the different side, I think. I don't know. Anyway, he's been pushed off. He was taking his time. Tielemans pushed him off. Nice 1-2 here for Leicester. The cross comes in, headed away. It's getting desperate now. 9 minutes. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Mike. Oh, Mendy, a lovely, lovely cross. Yeah, Diop is the defender that's come on for William. They are hanging on, as the BBC say. Oh, Again, defending that doesn't particularly fill me with confidence. Faye's got it right, but this is going to end 1-0. I think Manchester United might be feeling comfortable. They are taking off Eriksen, Martial, and Van Bissaka, and bringing on Elanga, Fred, and Dalot. Turf is in. Good evening, young Dan. Keep your shoes on, mate. We need a striker. Well, yeah, just as I read it then. I hadn't read that when I said it. Mate, keep your boots on. Get down the M6 there and across the A50, whatever it is. 6 minutes. 6 minutes left. This second half has been all Leicester, really, apart from the odd few minutes. Now we've got a player down for Fulham, which will add a few minutes on the old injury time. "117 attacks we've had to Fulham's 74. They've literally been parking the bus in this half. At the start, to be honest with you, they were the better team. They started a lot better and they took advantage. And that was the difference between us and them. They took advantage. Now, Dan. Now. She's no posh Spice, more like a sporty Spice. Zubella, I don't know if you do deserve the win. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I say, you started well and took advantage. Yeah, I think we could all do with that, couldn't we, Nate? I'm sorry, not Nate. Luke, sorry. Yeah, I mean, you've played well and you're holding on now a little bit, Zubella. But fair play to you. You're having a great season. You deserve to be where you are. The table doesn't lie. Well done, Leicester. What can we do here? I don't even know who's got the ball. It comes out to Faze. Vardy was out here on the left. Back to Amati. Amati kicks it in. Castagna goes up for it. Doesn't head it to anybody at the moment. It's interesting. Paul Robinson, the former England goalkeeper, says managers have a lifespan and Frank Lampard is now at a time where the board is looking at relegation. Now what was the referee blown for? Oh, we've got an injury down. That's why, fair play. Fulham have managed the game well. They have Mike, in fairness. Yeah, all the best, Mike. Take care, buddy. Thank you, Chris's wifey is the boss. Aren't they all, mate? Aren't they all? Just ask Dan. Nah. I'm the boss in my own house, though. I'm going to say that. I am the boss in my own house. That's only because I'm separated. I never used to be. Still no goals between Arsenal and Newcastle. Everton and Brighton. Brighton are leading that 4-0. Fulham are leading this 1-0. Man United are leading Bournemouth 2-0. 3 minutes. Is it all going to be too late? All going to be too late for Leicester. We were late starting into this game. Well, we lost Kieran Dewsbury Hall in the warm-up, Dan. Oh, what the fuck was that? Played it behind his player in the box. And then Samari went off, I think, with about 7 minutes on the clock. So that didn't help us. But since we've come back on, Mitrovic has gone down like a horse knickers on double time, getting boos from the Leicester fans. It'll be added on. Come on! What are you doing, you stupid wanker? Perez! Hold on, why didn't he cross it first? If he pulled it, I mean, what's he trying to do? If he'd done it on first touch. Everton have got a goal back. Not Andy Gray. We could do with Andy Gray. Damari Gray. That has been the sums up Leicester's night. We're coming up to the 90th minute. Hey, Paul. Yeah, it's getting depressing, mate. Now, remember, if you're new, please subscribe. What was that? Tielemans. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, smash that like 7 minutes. 7 minutes. That'll teach you, Mitrovic. 7 minutes to get something. Guys, where are you? You're here. No, you're not. You're here. Well, that was on. Fulham should have gone 2-0 ahead, and they didn't. I think Ward got his hand to it. Faze was left in the slipstream of the Fulham defender, and he put it wide, or did. No, I think it's. I think he missed it because Leicester are on the attack now. They're just booting it anywhere. 46% of the action has been in the Fulham third for the last 15 minutes. Do you think we'll beat Gillingham? Do you think we'll have enough fit players to put the team out? I mean, what is it, Tuesday today? So we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for Rodgers to injure a few more players. Oh, I think he got a touch to it, Ward. But it wasn't given. It wasn't given as a corner. Ward did enough to put him on. Rico, just remind, are you a hammer, Rico? Oh, the confidence of the man who sat at the top of the championship. How soon we forget the tears, mate. How soon we forget the tears. We will never win another game with Barnes in our starting lineup. Look, David, you say that. Okay, let's take Barnes out. Who do we put in? Because I'll tell you what, Maddison is our top goal scorer. He's out injured. Our next top goal scorer, 1 goal behind him, Harvey Barnes. So, Vardy's got 1 all season. He's as much use as a chocolate teapot at the moment. So I don't know what you're doing. Everton, Rico. Yeah, he's looking a bit worrying for you. It's full time there at Goodison Park, and it has finished. Everton 1, Brighton 4. You are going to be watching the results tomorrow, Rico, with a lot of trepidation, I'm sure. Minus 11 goal difference, 15 points in 16th place. A win for Forest or a win for Wolves will drop you into the bottom three. Well, we've got two on the up front at the moment, mate. Jeff, like I say, you know you're talking to the converted with that one. Arsenal Newcastle have drawn 0-0, so nothing, not a piece of toilet paper to put between them there. Man United, of course, started at 8. Guys, did you like the half-time interlude video? I updated it. Got a little bit funky with it. Do the funky gibbon. The funky gibbon. Arsenal still top. 8 points clear now of Manchester City. But Manchester City do have a game in hand. Another long ball in. We're into the last 3 minutes here for Leicester. There was a song out, I think, about Denise Williams and Johnny Mathis. Too much, too little, too late, too soon. Come on, last chance here, Leicester. Oh. And it was a shot that was over the top from Perez. I don't get that, Dan. Don't get that. You've lost me. You can see the look of anguish on the Leicester fans behind the goal as that Perez shot goes wide. He hasn't had a bad game. I'm not going to lie, Perez. He's been no worse than anybody else. We are into the last few minutes, but it's over. It is over. 3 games played, 3 losses. I mean, you could argue that Newcastle and Liverpool were free hits. This, I mean, okay, would it have been any different if Kieran Dewsbury Hall had been on the pitch? I think it would. Would it have been any different if Samari stayed on the pitch? I think it would. But therefore, you've got to say, was this another free hit because of what happened? Look, Fulham beat us 1-0. It was a good goal. Our defence was napping. Credit to Fulham. Look, Fulham are in 7th place. At the moment as it stands, they are in the Europa Conference place. And they deserve it. They deserve it. I mean, yes, you know, we basically are like a boxer, a heavyweight boxer who is hitting his opponent, but his opponent's like that, and all he keeps doing is hitting his arms. You know, we're all win, no substance. So credit to Fulham. Credit. Zubella asked earlier they were the better team. I think if it had been a draw, you couldn't have argued. If Leicester had won, you couldn't have argued. You know, Mitrovic, he's just having a fantastic season. He took his goal well, and he's still arguing with the referee now. United are 3-0 up now at Bournemouth. Thanks, United, and thank you, Brighton, for your work this evening. So look, credit to Fulham. They deserve it. They played well at the start. They were out the blocks quicker at the start. They did look the more the team most likely to, as they say. Mitrovic got a good goal. He took it well. You could argue whether Vase was asleep again or not. They're just going to show the goal again here, I think. Yeah, I mean, Willian, he was a thorn in our side in that first half. And nobody was picking him up. You could argue Luke Thomas should have been there because, I mean, it was a left-back position. But, look, injuries haven't helped today, but I'm not going to blame that. Fair play to Fulham. They played well. They got the 3 points. You can't argue that they didn't deserve it. Leicester, we need something desperate in this transfer window. If we don't, we are struggling. And I know let's say we've not got Europa fair play rules to think about, have we, Top? Because we ain't going to fucking get into Europe. So why worry about the fair play? Let's just go out and spend. If we've got money, let's spend it. Because basically everything that we'd worked towards since we won the Premier League, we won the Premier League, we didn't build on that. We let it slip. And we've had these 2 top 5 finishes in the FA Cup, and we've let it slip. We need to do something. We cannot keep this shite up, David. We cannot. Barnes can't hit an open goal. Yeah, and he happens to be our second highest goal scorer. I don't see what you're getting from there, David. I really don't. He scored 6 goals, 1 less than Maddison, who scored 7, but he can't hit an open goal. Perhaps we deserve a point again, says Jeff. Lucky for us, other results have helped us, but we can't keep depending on other teams. We cannot. Injuries made somewhat of a difference, but we should have scored at least 1. Barnes couldn't slip past goalkeeper when in 1-on-1. Yori just missed with left foot and shot off bar. Need about 7 new players just for the injured players. We'll get them in and we'll probably have them about 3 weeks and they'll all be injured. Yeah, and it says here on Leicestershire Live, Leicester City suffered double injury blow, sparking transfer emergency. I think you'll find that we've already had an emergency before. Luke says we need about 23. Well, you've got about 23 that you don't need. So ship them over, like we said earlier. Interesting here on Pratt. Torino step up their attempts to sign midfielder. Torino continue to push hard for Leicester City midfielder Dennis Pratt in the January transfer window. The Italian club has said to have been determined to re-sign Pratt since the summer, having had the midfielder on loan. Such is the ambition to get a deal done. Torino's technical director reportedly flew into London on New Year's Eve for negotiation with City and West Ham over potential details. Torino reportedly want to sign Vlahovic. It is said that Leicester would not drop below €8 million for Pratt, although Torino only value him at 6. The Italian club reportedly aimed to fund the move by selling midfielder Sasa Lukic, who has been linked with Leicester in recent weeks. Lukic could be something of a lightweight. Look, who knows what's going to happen in January? After that summer, it's bad. Thank you, everybody that joined in. We can't even blame Doug. We used to blame him when we lost on a Watchalong, but he's not been on it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Like I say, if you've been new, please do click that subscribe button. And if you haven't done yet, please smash the likes button. It does help the channel. I'll be back for the transfer show. Good show again, Chris. Thank you very much, Nate. We've got Gillingham. I'm not feeling confident about that one. And Dan adds, from what From what I have seen, great commentary, cracking host, shame about the result, big January needed. Indeed, I believe, though, old Cornet is getting a lot of stick. Where did he go? Was it West Ham? And he's been getting a lot of stick, I've seen, off the fans. But you're having a great season, mate. We'll see you, hopefully, fingers crossed, see you next season. Why can't Barnes score now then? It's the here and now. He serves no purpose now other than... He's got 6 goals this season. Thanks for the 6 goals he scored. But Dan, with Madders out, can he at least put one away? Can Vardy? You're not having a go at Vardy, are you? Vardy's got 1 goal this season. Yeah, I know, we can't say boo about Jamie Vardy, can we? But he scored 1 goal. How shit is he? How totally shit is he, according to your thinking there then, David? Let's get rid of Vardy. 6 goals, second only to Madders, and he's only got 7. Jeff, thanks very much, mate. Take care. And if you're just wondering, you could be wondering, I'll tell you what is coming up next.
Coming up next on Leicester Till I Die TV.
We'll be back 9 o'clock tomorrow with Ant from Ant's Leicester fan channel, looking at who we need, where we need them, who we can afford, and who could be leaving. It's going to be probably our most important important January transfer window in years. Don't normally like doing it in January because I don't think you necessarily get the best deals, but we need to do it. We need. David, cheers, buddy. I appreciate you. I respect you. I respect your opinion. Of course I do. But I just don't get where you're coming from with it. But I totally respect your opinion. 6 goals to Barnes is the only hope you've got at the moment with Madison out injured. Well, Fulham knew how to stop a game. He did indeed. Night, Chris. Night, Terry. Thanks to everybody that has been in the chat. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed during the show. Thank you if you smash the likes button. You still got time before I end if you haven't. I will see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And we will be obviously doing the transfer show. First one of the season. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bad result. Let's go again on Saturday. Good night.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester Till I Die TV. They think it's all over